And as far as the pawn industry is going, and the retail's not there at the moment. They're actually taking in more than they're selling.
From behind-the-scenes issues with the cast to legal issues that are causing the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop problems, join me as I reveal to you why the Pawn Stars series may be ending soon.
Do you want to win any of these items on your screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right into the video.
8. The legal troubles of Chumlee.
Assault investigation lands one of the members of Pawn Stars in trouble.
Chumlee is a big part of Pawn Stars, no doubt. But that comes with a cost. You see, he's a bit of a joke to the other main cast members, mainly because he screws up a lot and gets praised for it by fans and network execs. Furthermore, he's gotten into some serious trouble when his home was raided as Las Vegas police officers served a warrant in relation to a recent case. While searching his home, they found several illegal substances, as well as an unlicensed firearm. He was charged with at least one misdemeanor and a felony, but pled down the charges to attempted possession of a controlled substance. He was able to avoid jail time in lieu of probation and counseling. The news of Chumlee's arrest made the headlines, but it's not something anyone was going to bring up on the show. His work on this series wasn't interrupted, so it didn't make history's airwaves. But just as important as this is the fact that the incident really caused a lot of stress on set. Chumlee already wasn't popular with Rick Harrison, and this pushed that into even deeper levels of dislike. Yet, because History Channel felt no need to intervene as he didn't actually go to jail, Rick got stuck with him. True, Chumlee has been mostly good since the incident, but if he keeps pushing it, he'll end up in a situation that History Channel won't save him from. 7. Rick is losing interest.
There's no such thing as male menopause.
No, there's male menopause, dude.
Male menopause is said to be the result of gradual drop in testosterone.
I know this may sound odd, but when you're in the TV world a long time, even with great success, things tend to drag on and get really repetitive. Rick Harrison, the face of Pawn Stars, didn't know what he was getting into when the show went on the air. Quote, "I figured that a show would mean free publicity, and free publicity would mean more business. But everyone told me that no one wants to watch a show about 4 fat guys in a pawn shop." Rick never even wanted a long-running series. "All I was hoping for was a season or 2, so everything that's happened is beyond my expectations. It's insane." After many years of doing the show, he's gotten tired, saying in 2015 that he was planning on drastically reducing his duties with both the pawn shop and the show within 2 years. "I promised my wife that after 2 years, I'm massively going to slow down. Can't work 12 hours a day every day for too long before it burns out, so 2 more years and then I'm going to really slow down." So yeah, that kind of sums up what Rick feels about the Pawn Stars business. Sure, he's still there right now, but that could change. If he was to leave, it would leave yet another gaping hole in the cast, which no one at History Channel wants. They're likely trying to get Rick to stay, but if he wants to back out and be with his family, can we honestly blame him? Especially given who else he lost recently? 6. The death of the old man.
There's a lot of memories here. And most of those memories are with my father.
On June 25th, 2018, TMZ reported that Richard Harrison, more commonly known to fans of the show as the Old Man, had passed away at the age of 77. Of course, without the Old Man, we would never have had Pawn Stars at all. Richard Harrison opened the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Las Vegas with his son, Rick, in the early 1980s. Even as the shop's resident old man, he was front and center as one of the most important reasons for the shop's and the show's overall success. The old man passed away surrounded by his family, a very fitting way to go out, as it were. Now, obviously, Pawn Stars has continued on with seasons after his passing, but many fans have noticed the old man-sized hole that the show now has. It's not unlike a key star of a TV drama dropping out after 10 years. Plus, the old man brought a lot to the show with his grouchy wit, his knowledge of certain items, and more. That isn't something you just replace, and for both Rick and Corey Harrison, you have to wonder how much they think about the old man when they go to work or do the show. That weighs on people. 5. The episode structure has been done to death by about 15 seasons.
This belonged to Mary Ford?
Mary Ford.
Let's go back to the birth of the show on History Channel. Pawn Stars had some semblance of a program that you would find on the network, as in it being a show about history. A seller would come in with a historical item, and Rick would explain its significance in history, thus giving us a fascinating history lesson. However, as with any channel undergoing network decay, the show deteriorated into the annoying arguing seen only in the realms of reality TV shows. It became less about history and antiques and more about the family bickering. The old man complains about something, Corey and Rick make some comment about his stubbornness and age, then Chumlee does something idiotic to break the tension. Someone comes in with an item, an obligatory factoid is brought, then it's back onto the family bickering. What used to be just about the items has become just as much about the antics of certain members of the Pawn Stars crew. This can work for a while, 15 seasons even, but things do tend to get old when it's the same formula over and over again. Granted, people are clearly still watching the show because Pawn Stars keeps getting renewed, but not unlike a certain other show, American Chopper, when you focus more on the family drama than the actual things you're building and selling, you have to wonder what the point of the show is anymore. As noted earlier, the old man is gone, sadly, so one of the biggest pieces of the show is now gone and they're trying to make do without him, and it's not really working. Sure, they can last a while longer given the passionate fan base, but this is more of a case of, would you really want to? 4. The rigged experts.
I wouldn't touch them at all. They look completely fake to me.
When it comes to the formula of the Pawn Stars show, you know that one of the most important pieces is the experts who come in and give a value to the product, advising both the Harrisons and the customer as to the true worth of an item. Very fair stuff on the surface, because behind the scenes, the experts are anything but what they portray. For instance, take Johnny Jimenez Jr., a frequent toy expert on the show who was arrested in 2015 for battery and domestic violence after he was caught on camera allegedly yanking his drunk girlfriend to the ground. Then there's autograph authenticator John Reznikoff, who misidentified Al Pacino's signature on a script of The Godfather in a 2011 episode. It actually belonged to the producer Al Ruddy, which is a pretty big error to make on television. It turns out yet another authenticator was involved in a fraud scheme as well, this time outside of Pawn Stars. In 2015, Drew Max, an authentication expert featured on the show, was involved in a New Jersey lawsuit in which he identified fraudulent sports memorabilia. The memorabilia had been seized by authorities, then auctioned off, but most of the items were phony. Max fixed that problem, so to speak. In August 2016, Max was sued for massive fraud because he had been selling misidentified memorabilia. Imagine that. All of this adds to the fakeness of the series that many fans have called out for years. Because how can we trust these experts when it's clear that at times they're not really experts themselves? 3. The show is getting in the way of the actual business.
And the retail's not there at the moment. They're actually taking in more than they're selling.
Ever since the success of Pawn Stars, the actual business that made the show possible has been pushed aside like an unwanted stepchild. According to Travis Benton, the general manager of the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, unpredictable filming schedules makes it incredibly difficult to do any actual buying and selling. The huge influx of tourists, on average anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 daily, to the shop means that actual customers are outnumbered by almost 100 to 1. Whenever filming needs to be done, customers who aren't being featured are kicked out, causing business to suffer even more, which not only affects the shop's bottom line, it can mean less commission for employees. So it's a bit of a catch-22 here, because if they don't do the show, then a lot of the tourists will leave, but if they keep doing the show, they won't be doing as good business as could be. Given the stress the show gives Rick and the money he's already got, he just might cut loose and see what happens. 2. They don't actually work at the store.
All right. I think I can figure that out.
Here's something you might not have known. The Gold and Silver Pawn Shop is actually managed by a man named Travis Benton, not Rick Harrison or the late Rich Harrison. But they do actually shoot the show in the store, only privately and with customers who sign releases and agree to be extras. According to Starcasm, part of the reason the Pawn Stars crew isn't readily available to the public is due to Nevada's privacy laws, specifically in regards to the fact that shop patrons would constantly be trying to take photos and videos of the reality stars, which could violate the privacy of others in the shop by accidentally taking a shot of them. While the Pawn Stars don't work at the shop anymore, they do still have influence there. While the shop is managed by Travis, Rick still owns the place. It really is his store, but Rick knows that if people just come in to talk or fanboy, if you will, he can't get work done. So they do just enough work in the front of the shop to get the TV show done, and then they go back and do things behind the scenes, which Rick does. This is one of those sleight of hand illusions that reality TV shows do in order to make you think there's nothing going on, when in fact, a lot of planning, timing, and effort goes into making each episode special, such as with 1. The Pawn Stars know the items they're getting.
This is John F. Kennedy's cigar box.
Sure is. And inside are the remaining unsmoked cigars.
When you think about Pawn Stars, you'll likely note that it seems that the Harrisons and Chumlee almost always get an item that's valuable, rare, unique, or something in between. And it happens in every episode. So it should come as no surprise that the items you see brought into the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop on the show have been vetted beforehand. Granted, this doesn't mean that the items are plants from producers. Far from it. In fact, longtime shop manager Travis Benton told the Las Vegas Review-Journal that his brokers, quote, spot unique items and show them to producers who decide if they are worthy of broadcasting. Executive producer Brent Montgomery even admitted that the staging goes a little bit further than that. In an interview with Odyssey, Montgomery said that they have, quote, really smart scripters to feed the characters organic information, and that he's coached the guys on buying stuff they wouldn't otherwise go for if they weren't doing the show. He also said the production team pre-negotiates pricing with potential sellers off camera to make sure that these people will actually sell the stuff at a reasonable price. Otherwise, they're just trying to be on TV. That changes the whole perspective on the show, don't you think? Because now, when you watch every episode, you know that the customers are handpicked along with their items to bring the best entertainment value, which means the show is only partially organic. So, what do you think? What do you think of everything that's going on with the Pawn Stars right now, from their weird business practices to the things that they're forced to do because of the History Channel? Do you think that the show will go on for many more years? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.